Hi folks, hope you're doing well. I've just done the video about Say Something, I'm Giving Up on You. So whether I can get to you, that one, yes. Well, that is immense. That is truly immense. And look, the reality is, I only go to such things, and I will only go to such things, because of the fact that I believe that among the churchy members, you will occasionally find a gem. You will occasionally find someone who has a real heart for God and just needs that help to get there. And it's worth going to such things for them. They are incredibly far in between, to find. Well, a conversation I heard the other day annoyed me a bit again with Peter, because he was saying again about changing church, and that you're missing the point that to change a church you've got to be in a church, and you've got to be really pretending. Ignore. Know what you know, but don't ever say anything. Pretend that what they're doing is good, so that they will trust you, and so you can grow in that church. And because you can only change it from the inside, so you've got to do that, and you've got to be there for years and years and years and years and years, so that they trust you. You've got to be doing that, pretending that what they're doing is good and is godly, while inside, you know it isn't. And you know that they're actually deceiving, being deluded, whatever other D words you want to find in there. And then, when they trust you, now you can speak about the issues. That's what he said. And I know, no. Anyone trying to do that, first of all, you're lying to people. You're pretending to be something that you're not, which is not a good idea. If you normally and naturally, if you can't stand all of that because you know it isn't God, that is going to come out. It will come out if that really is who you are. You can't deny yourself. And if you're trying so hard to be someone that you're not, that you'll be in a position where you can help a church to be something in the future, then it's you doing it, it's not God. If it's you doing it, it won't work. Simple as that. Lying isn't good. Trying to do it according to a worldly way isn't good. It's just a nonsense way of doing things. It's the same basically as, at the moment, there's still that situation of they're trying to get buyers to buy Manchester United. So let's say I'm a fan, and I have billions of pounds available to myself, right? If I want to change Man United, there's no me talking about it all the time if I have these billions. So therefore what I need to do is I need to buy in. I need to basically put my hard-earned money into the club to buy the shares, so I'm now in a position where I can change things, right? That's a worldly way of doing things. That's not a godly way. A godly way is God makes you who you are, and yeah. God is not going to change me to be more churchy. That is a certainty. That is not going to happen. Reason is I know without a doubt that the church doesn't need that. They've got enough ministers who are churchy, who are giving them what they want, who are basically softening down the message so it's not offensive to anyone. They've already got that. They don't need me doing that. If God is going to want me to do anything in the future with regards to church in that way, I don't need to be in a church and work my way up. because then I'll be just like them. I've got to trust God that if he wants me to do that, he's going to put me in the right place, and he's going to do all the stuff that needs to be done. I've got to trust that he's doing that right now, that he's moving things around, to make that happen. Well, put it this way. As I say, I mean, even today, that whole point of say something, I'm giving up on you, sorry I couldn't get to you, that message, that would suggest that God's walking away from the church. Well, the best thing for the church right now would be God walking away from the church. And say, if that means that those that are his run after him, great. Fantastic. Because in so many churches, those that are his are, really being suffocated by those that aren't. See, we forget the point that the Lord has said, and basically the enemy comes in and sows chaff amongst the wheat. Go to a church. Find people who understand this, who understand that when they look around, they're looking at chaff as well as wheat. They don't understand it. They think all these people are going to heaven, all these lovely, wonderful people that are just like them, that are just as worldly as they were when they first come in, because they've not become this new creation, because we're not teaching that. We don't teach all the things about that you need to hear to become that. Yeah. But the chaff in so many occasions is suffocating the wheat. That's the reality. And so God walking away means the chaff can just stay there, the wheat can come out. The Bible said that's going to happen. The wheat and the chaff will be separated. Hopefully now. Because with a massive harvest, what we need is wheat. We need churches that are made of those that are his. And only those that are his. Those that will stand up, that will speak God in areas of darkness. That won't be speaking, look, we don't need people in church speaking about gender issues and trans and Adele and the issues she's going through and Smith. We don't need any of that. Wait, what was the first name is? We don't need that. We don't need people speaking about that because it doesn't serve. In this point where you've got people from the world coming in to a church to have a meal, they don't need to hear the world. They need to hear God. Especially if you're an older person and you've got very, very few meals left to eat before you go to your final destination, you need to hear God. You don't need to hear about Sam Smith. That's Sam Smith or Adele or what the politicians are doing or what's going on in schools and all this crap. You don't need to hear that. You hear that already in the world. People need to hear God. The reason why we hear all this crap is because it's the chaff speaking. Right? That's when it comes down to it, that's the reality. They're chaff. Yeah. And if I really want to offend them, just call them chaff. That would really offend them. Yes. But that's the point. That's what they are. They're chaff. If you want to speak about all that crap, if you want to speak about all the darkness and the vile and the crap, and not speak about the light in a situation where you've got people needing to see God and to hear about God, what are you doing? Every time, it's not simply an opportunity to feed people. It's an opportunity to share God with people. And they don't want to do that. Yeah. It is what it is. It's basically this whole point of church at its best. Look the part without actually being the part. Yeah. Feed people food, but don't feed them the bread that they really need. Yeah. Anyway, there you go. You take care. God bless. Speak to you soon. Bye-bye.